afternoon, everyone. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of wood burning, picking up on a project that I had started on a previous show. Actually, I think I started it during a pre-show of another show I was going to be on that day, and just haven't had time to finish it. So we're going to work through that, possibly finish it. Most likely not, though, because there's a lot of intricate detail to this. But first, before we get going on that, let me get this running down here. We're actually going to be looking at some new tips for my wood burner because as I was trying to be proactive and go through and have the tip all warmed up and ready to go. I noticed that it has a nice little bend to it, so we're going to be looking at a Walnut Hollow here and seeing what they have for accessories. And there's actually the one I need. Hey, Don. Sorry that you're having to head off for that, but my condolences. Let's see, what other tips do they have? Is there anything new that I could use? What is the stamping point? Oh, it's the chevron stamp. No. Don't really care for that too much. I'm good on the shading points. Got my spoon shaders already. Okay. Yeah, that's really the only thing I need. Let's see what else they have. Generally they have... Sometimes they have a good sale on stuff. This is actually where I get a lot of my wood from, especially when they're running a good clearance sale, which they should be due for one here soon. Pass rounds, Yeah, nothing really on sale currently, so that's okay though. So with that, I hope this tip is going to be cool enough to take off, preferably without much fuss. There we go. And do I want to try the drawing tip on this? It might work better. Make sure it hasn't gone cockeyed on me. Alright, we'll set that in its little stand. Crank the temperature up, and while we are waiting on that, let's go ahead and play a little advertisement here. We're going to start off with Jody McPhee today.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Yeah, and be sure to check out Joe's work. He's actually got a lot of good stuff going. With that, we will switch over to the other camera. And we will get to work on this. So, let's get a little music playing. We're still using Dan Hollifield's The Displaced Detective Suite. Mainly because I love this soundtrack. So, let's get started with track 1, Indistinguishable from Magic. Tip heated up nicely. And while we're working on this, I just want to remind everybody, be sure to check out indiecd.org. It's INDIE CD.org for the Independent Creators Directory, where you can find a ton of great independent authors, artists, streamers, people who are not sponsored by, well, really anybody. They don't have any big backings from tech groups or any major. Some of them have used publishing companies, but their stories need to get out to more people because they have written some fantastic stuff. They've created some fantastic stuff. And if you yourself happen to be a independent creator and you want to join the growing group of people on the site, it's only a $10 fee to become a member. That's a lifetime membership. Which that fee will be going up eventually. Haven't quite decided when yet. Or even how much it's going to go up to. Oh, thank you, Don. Yeah, now that I've got everything up on the new hosting, I can actually start doing updates again, which I've actually been working on Cindy Kep's page, and then I'll be working on Grant Lankard's page. Speaking of Grant, he has a new Kickstarter out for Beowulf. I believe number 5 is what he's on. I'll have to go back and double check that, but I want to say it's Beowulf 5, issue 5. In the comics, it's definitely a good one to throw some backing on and get yourself a copy of. Okay, number 5. Thank you, Dawn. I'm guessing people can hear me pretty well today over the music, so that is good. Yes. Yes, do check out Michaela Jade. She's actually got quite a bit out there right now. Actually, Dawn, I need to talk to you at some point, because I don't know if I have the links to her latest stuff on the on her Indie CD page. You can find Michaela Jade under the authors section of indiecd.org with links to her books on Amazon and links to also some of her Kindle Vella projects that she's been coming out with. So do definitely check that out. I feel like I need to pull this image because I don't think that foot quite transferred over. Question is, what did I do with the image? Button, who's got the button? That ain't it. Stop. Nope, that ain't that. That's going to be code. Wrong show. I know I had the thing. What do with it? It's under documents. Of course it's under documents. Why wouldn't it be under documents? I just need to see the foot. Give me the foot. Oh yeah, that foot didn't transfer over. Nearly correct. I try to be as perfect as possible on these, and yeah, it doesn't always work out, but that's okay. back to that football game. Actually, you know what? Do the smart thing, Joe. Put that on that screen so that you can have the image pulled up on one screen and your comments on the other. That would make sense. I swear, folks, this is not my first time streaming. This is the first time in a long time. What's that? There's just intricate Alright, that was Indistinguishable from Magic by Dan Malafia. I'm going to kick it over to track 2, Rescue at the Falls. look up how to get you one. I'll have to remember how. That way you can plug links and stuff from the cable to on these shows. No wrench. Okay. Turn off the light here for a second. You guys can kind of get an idea of where I've been working at down here in this corner here. And we are a little over 20 minutes in. Alrighty, welcome back, and I see we have one person over on YouTube, one on Twitch. Welcome to the Twitch streamer. And we're going to kick this over to track number 3, Meditations of a Displaced Detective. coming up soon. Just heard from Nick Cocker, who hosts Nevermind Furthermore Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Central, and it's also the co-host of Nerd Bacon on Thursday mornings. At 8 a.m. Central, and he also hosts the Historical Fencing Guild Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central. He will be doing a Art Time with Nick live stream. Which is always fun to watch. He does Art Time with Nick to go through and do some artwork and get his thumbnails set up for the week for his Nevermind Furthermore shows. And here eventually you're actually going to see some of Nick's artwork also turn into wood burning. Yeah, so we're on Facebook now too. Hey Michaela, thank you very much for the compliment. I will admit that most of the time it's not my original artwork though. It is free to use, public domain work. Or it's stuff that I've pilfered from Nick with his permission from his DeviantArt page. I will be the first to admit, I can see an image like this in my head. Beginning it from the head down to this left hand, there is some sort of disconnect in there and I have yet to figure out which wires have been crossed. But I can trace a line with the best of it. Still listening or happen to watch this on the rerun, I promise I speak English. For those who are watching this on the rerun, the comment from Facebook that is the same Michaela Jade I was just talking about. Make sure you check out her stuff on Vella, Amazon Vella, Amazon Kindle, Amazon in general. You can also find her books at authormichaelajade.com. And also find some of her books if you're local to Illinois. She does have some books at, I believe, 3 different stores right now. Of which I do not have the names memorized, but if you follow her Facebook page, Michaela's Mercenaries, find where those books are actually at. Or like I said, visit indiecd.org and find links to all of her stuff that is currently on Amazon. Words can be hard, yeah. Problem is, I have a harder time speaking, doing stuff like this than I do on Friday nights when I'm drinking with all you people. It's getting a little hot. And it sounds like we're back to being at track 3, so we're going to kick over to track 4, Unlimited Sky. Also going to do a quick check, because I told Nick that once he gets his stream up and going, we have a live upcoming scheduled for 3:05. Mr. Taco is running late. You're going to hear a little bit back and forth here probably in a second. There we go.
RPG, and I'll be right, and you'll be able to get this wonderful game that I did the game mechanics for Mr. Luke Stone. Actually turn my phone off so it's not making noise because it's
Right.
been a little ornery lately. And we will just get into setting things up because I think that's something everyone will enjoy. So there we go.
That'll
And I have to do this one.
Alright,
Click on
so
screen.
told Nick that I'd go through and also stream his show.
Wonderful.
Work on this. So
Now, I do have 3 pictures that need to be done, obviously, because every week I do the little... I'm sorry, my voice is cutting in and out today, but I do the thumbnails. There's the word. I need my thumbnail, actually.
alright, there we go. That's what
So, our pre-made thumbnail, friendly skin size at 1280 by 720, resolution 600, so the dark and top is white. Now this is a little different because we're going to be doing a lot of mecha-based stuff today. So, we're going to start definitely with a sketch layer. Definitely going to hit go to our light blue. I'm actually thinking I will use. I think I want to use the real 2-pin. Either the real 2-pin or the. Yeah, I think I will use. Actually, no. I forgot. I'm doing mecha.
Alright.
When you're doing mecha,
Oh,
you want precision.
I forgot how hard it
And
was
not a
actually
lot
sit
of
through
my
this.
So my millipede, fixed weight line. It's hard to get one foot, it's still the same thing. So that's the million. I don't know if I get sketchy. So I'll probably ink with that, but just having trouble finding the light. Let's go back and see what different. Because I do like to sketch with that.
If you'd like to see the more full screen version of what Nick's doing,
so I have two
head over to his YouTube channel, Nicholas Topper.
I've been requested to
Be sure to hit like and subscribe while you're
Very
there, because then you'll also get notifications for when he's live.
what we can do is just start with the rough outline
And while you're there, also check out the Historical Fencing Guild channel. Hit subscribe there, that way you can see when he's live doing his shows on training areas.
is sort of the general energy out
I know what some of you are probably thinking. You're constantly talking about all the
I'm not sure how I want to approach them.
creators and stuff. Why aren't you plugging your links? Well, I already am
Some
plugging
days I
a
feel a
link
little
by
tight, a little shaky.
asking you to visit ndc.org.
Those are the
That
days
is
I'm
actually my site.
not power through, but let yourself realize
To give independent creators a safe place to post their links, post their events of where they're gonna be at
very
different
this
cons.
is just a light post sketch to give the general gist.
That way they have a good
The shape
backup
on it.
in the event that YouTube or Facebook or somebody
Now, if I come
gets a wild hair
over
and decides to cancel them for
it's got a
whatever
good
reason.
profile. Let's
Because here's the thing, Facebook lately had this happen to a few different friends, and it didn't happen to me in the past. People are starting to get dinged
When you have the
for
general
content
shape,
violations
all I need for is just the general shape. I can sort of
on
mechanize
stuff
it.
that's
Mechanize
literally years old.
English would be
Stuff that they shared back 6, 7, 8 years ago.
neutral. It looks like almost a Lego head.
I actually got dinged recently
Like so.
on the New Chicago Parks page, of which I'm actually a board member for the New Chicago Parks.
This is supposed to be
And
a top secret military surveillance unit. But because it's, me, there will be a bit of whimsy involved. This whimsy
they tried dinging
is
me on a video that I posted, I think it was last summer, summer before, right after we had cameras put up at the parks to try to
still a
deter
very rough sketch, but
vandalism.
we're getting
Barbie.
is a bit of personality.
And
already.
I had posted, it was just video, no audio.
The hardest thing I'm having with this is deciding how I want the arms to be.
And there's a video of a kid literally throwing rocks at our cameras. And I ended up getting a notification about a month or so ago about this, saying that it's being removed due to copyright infringement. Now you're probably wondering, how could something like that be removed for copyright infringement? Well, you're not the only one that was wondering. Because I saw that notification and what?
Because we're allowed methods.
How is it copyright infringement?
Especially one that
It's my video from the park surveillance camera. So I start reading into the complaint.
Organic inspiration.
Apparently it was for something that the kid was supposedly wearing. And that I was using their brand without permission. Now, mind you, this video, because of what he was doing to the cameras, was knocking him slightly out of focus. So we couldn't get a good video of his face, we couldn't get a good video of what he was wearing. So I sent in a dispute that said, well,
may be able to manifest light.
if you can point out exactly where your brand is in this video, and let me know which piece of clothing it is, I would greatly appreciate it, because here's why we actually posted the video. I got a response back a couple days later that my appeal was approved, the video was back up, and then never heard any more about, which piece of clothing happened to have their brand on it.
Talking to someone yet?
Well, I'm streaming, buddy.
Oh, you're streaming. Sorry.
You're okay. I told you to come see what I'm doing. And I got joined by Joe Dimitri. He said afternoon there. And Johnny Cage asked what legs are we splitting. Okay. If you want to grab a chair, you can sit in here, buddy. This is my art stream. Camera's not running. I'm just talking to the nice folks. Oh. Hey, nice up there. People are chatting with you, buddy.
Oh.
And what I'm doing is I'm just doing a rough setup for general surveillance method for hybrids. I guess I'm just doing that's okay. We'll make
Throw a quick chat in over on Nick's stream.
That's okay. He needs to know he's welcome on my stream. Oh, hi Eric. I'm joined by Eric Hawkins, who does one for Zombie World Boss. Great title, hard for me to are you just trying to put up space for people? And your back people I am. And this is just a very minor stream. Like I said, I made hardly a mistake doing this on the sketch layer. So we'll just pull the opacity down and just give it a good old-fashioned redraw. And I can tweak it a little bit. I think I might try the millipede now to see if it gives me
It looks like Nick's had a good little thing going here.
You can go get the comfy chair out of the kitchen if you want, or the stool. Get the roll stool. Anyway.
Yeah, see if he can give me just the inked outline version of that.
Anyhow. One neat way to show I found something is artificial, especially if you go do it with everything in your art style, is to use a fixed weight pen. Like the millipede. Oh, good news with the football coach. My shoulder decided for football thing. So, oh no. I am telling people when I talk about the hybrids RPG, if you want more content like that, you're gonna have to support it. If you don't, that's okay. That will help you know. Put a lot of time and effort into it, but I'm far above, far more concerned with serving my community, my customers, than I am.
Try and do these fine small
Not necessary. And I know some people want me to do different things. I'm game to be here for you. Okay, I've had dislocated shoulders. They are not pleasant. And I've met folks.
Yeah, his hand's a little funky, but we'll just say you got a little fight on the weekends.
Perfect. Like I said, this is a very lightweight sketch of trying to keep this just very
Sitting in the back here.
look so that it's doable. Because I am a sucker for a cute robot design that is actually
Two different commercials
and this is just humanoid enough to play
for Cindy
a little
Cup.
bit of robotic
One for
action.
Cat Rothermel. And possibly run Amy Hale's then.
This is fun.
We're still doing the fundraiser. Yeah,
I
fundraiser.
believe this is going to be part of
Husband John to help pay some medical bills that they've been inundated with.
Well, this will be the inspiration.
Which also, as a reminder, that any fee, any money that is brought into the Independent Creators Directory through new membership
I'm
fees
trying to keep it.
or donations will be going to the GoFundMe
Still, you know,
for John Hale.
a lot of times I try to go for more action versus, but this is going to be a reference. I think this will work really well. What are you guys working on? Do you have any fun projects or new titles in the works, comics, books, artwork? Nice.
Alright, got that guy colored.
Joe's awesome.
Lined in.
He actually messaged me because he was concerned. I usually do my art show
Let's run a few
Saturday.
commercials and we'll be
Saturday.
back.
And the Girl Scouts. My dear friend Jim Robertson came by. We almost sort of up and decided that it was still a little cold for us. Not a little uncomfortable. I need to put it that way.
If I see this thing, there it is.
And if your art
Hi, this is Kat.
was
During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art Army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
That's nice. Sorry about that, guys.
Yep, looks like Nick might be having a little technical difficulty there.
Some days we have problems. I hope I don't have to redo that.
Turn the
No, I
music
don't.
down, yes. I don't know why the music decides to...
I'm just gonna pull out for a second. Just so it's not too swirly. Let me get this back up. You're watching me stooped over working, which is not very good programming at all.
Alright,
Just crashed.
we're gonna at least get this top section, which you can't see because of the light. We're gonna at least get this top section finished out, and depending on how long that takes, we might try and finish out this bottom section on this stream. So this will be ready to get clear coat.
Oh, okay, here we go. That'll do. Now, I know this looks simple, and part of it is it's meant to be because the it really did not like something. Okay, where I'm supposed to be. There we go. If we got some problems, let me go through the comment now that I just had to. Okay. Oh, what you run from? Oh, I'm sorry. I can turn off the music if that's making things worse. Thank you for all the watch and support. If you guys, because Joe's streaming me, I can turn off my usual chill music. Now it's trying to make me green. Oh. Oh well, I think we got it fixed now. Oh, that's the wrong pen, isn't it? You can tell how to feel. See how sloppy that suddenly looked? Go back to the Lily pen. The Lily pen is one of my favorites because it feels like a digital
I
version
keep forgetting I'm on my
of a
Mac.
Flare pen. So a lot of times I'll use
Trying
that
to
for
scroll the
the
exact opposite direction.
let me hide this real quick. Oh yeah, those lines I can work with. I'm getting the best of all worlds. Well, you deserve it. Keep your music going. Yes, sir. I just didn't want, like I said, I don't want to interfere with anybody. Now, we're gonna get rid of this. Yes, because frankly, yeah, I see no problem.
All right, so
No benefit to
let's see.
not getting rid of that layer.
Try
I'm
and
going
get
to just
pushed through
do
this.
this old trick where I about double the outside edge to make sure that people can see the silhouette. And this should give Luke enough of a base concept to do his version. That being said, I may have fun with this design because this is too fun a design not to, and if he doesn't use it, I definitely will use it elsewhere. I think it's cute. What do you guys think? He wanted me to do a fairy class drone, and literally, this is all I know about it. Well, and a few uh, classified details I can't tell anyone. But, I think as the design goes, this is not bad. It's been a while since I've designed a new unit type of thing. I will be doing a whole bunch more because once I conclude the Hybrids RPG project, I will both be doing my fantasy game and I will be doing
I don't think I was supposed to
the
go
new
like
Big
that,
Stumpy
but
Robots
that's okay.
mod that I had to put off. I've actually put off for several years. Uh, so BSR fans, you know, take comfort in it is coming. There we go. That's not a bad, very simple design. All
With
the
much
moving
intricate
parts
detail.
are isolated enough to see.
Why did I choose to do
It's
a project like
simple,
this?
it's clear. Let's see. We're gonna take
A nice dark burn there for the eyeball.
grab. Let's see if I can pull this off. Every time I try to do things like this, it never works, but I'm gonna try. Grab it.
Just realized on the tip of my drawing pen here, at least on the one side,
And
I'm starting to
it
get a
made.
really flat
Oh,
surface on it.
you have a wonderful day, Donnie. Here's they are on separate layers, which is nice.
Have a good day, Don.
So then we'll
If
move
y'all
this
could completely
to
coordinate
here.
this, it would freaking rock, yeah.
This one up a bit. See if it lets me. Yay!
Except I don't have the stamina to go 3 hours like Nick does with drawing.
Okay. I thought there was a way to flip them.
I say that, but I'm probably, if I do decide to finish this today, I'm probably going to be every bit of 3 hours. But
I'm trying to remember how to do stuff. Yep. Downsize that just a bit. Cool.
and while it would be cool to do have a
There we go.
show with Nick on this,
Where's my deselect?
I kind of like being the only one on here as
There we
I'm doing this.
Now, I'm working on the
For
second
a couple
version.
different reasons. One, I can just ramble like I'm currently doing. Um,
And yes, I was maybe that was a little lazy, but what I wanted to do
Two.
was take it backwards and flip it, so that I would be able
Both
to
of us
save some
trying to
time.
explain what we're doing as we're doing it would get a little overbearing.
Clean out the whole region over here. Actually, no, I don't want to undo that. I need to. Oh, it didn't flip. Bugger. Oh well. Yeah. It's still a duplicate. It'll work. We need to clean all this out because we need to change the line work just a bit. I'll do that.
And the other nice
We've
thing about doing
almost
it
got
this
the
way
part
too
that
is
we
I can
cleaned out.
kind
Okay,
of
cool.
watch
Now we'll just come back
who's
to
in his
our
stream
pen.
too and plug them on mine.
Almost. I missed a spot. And we'll set this because there is an order to this. And I think we need. Yeah, we'll see. Give me the lines and we'll see how it works.
That and I'm more about promoting other people and their work than I am my own.
What I'm doing here is I'm modifying the directional thrusters. Still needs a little cleanup, but so this is how it looks basically from behind. It's not perfect, but again, this is a reference piece, so Luke can figure out how he wants to deal. Do this. Put a little charge port there. This side goes all the way around. This side goes there and there. The wings are hover oriented. They're articulated behind the primary thrusters.
There we go.
So we'll do this. Actually, no, that line isn't necessary. And we'll do a little cleaning. And okay, what we've done effectively is make both sides of a happy little fairy mech. So that's one, and I'm going to get into a different pen because I just want to feel a little looser for what I'm doing next.
One more. There we go. Finish out this straight line here. Oh, all right.
Now, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'll talk about the techniques and what it can do later. There are some
So,
secrets
hour and
that this
7
little
minutes
unit is
in.
going to have
We only got a little
that will
bit
make
left to
it quite
go.
formidable.
I think
But,
for this part, though, I'm going to switch back to the ballpoint.
Let's add another layer real quick. Let's grab.
I just feel that might work a little bit better. I gotta make sure I
These
use the correct one.
Undo it because it didn't quite work.
That
There we go.
okay? That one's cooled off. Good. Make sure. Yep. Good one, bad one, bad one, go here. Okay. So, with that, we're going to pull Nick up full screen here for a few minutes as we go through and let this tip cool off, because this tip, as I remember, is a royal pain to pull out.
And
And
this will be
I
hinted
have
at
no
in this book.
intentions of burning
It
myself
may
today.
appear in a different volume later. But, it's
Oh.
interesting.
But if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them into the chat.
Okay. Fine. Then we will do this another way.
And we're just going
I
to let
want-
Nick's, well, we were going to let Nick's thing run as the commercial in between as we switch tips. Let's try that again. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna let Nick be our commercial here.
Alrighty. We will reset the rotation. That'll do. That is enough for a easy bit of art and a little over half hour. So everybody get something to drink and stretch. Ah. I don't know if you all heard that thunk. That thunk was my hip going back into socket. That's part of why I have to stretch. Alrighty. I think this should work for Luke, so save as. Yeah, that's close enough. PNG. Save that. I probably should colorize it now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll give it a color spiel. Yeah. Oh. Should.
Everything okay?
Yeah. I just got up and popped my hip, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you for checking on me. You okay? Cool. Now, I'll let him do the colored version. He just wanted a rough sketch. He had 2 minutes he wanted a rough sketch on. So, he's got that. And then, you guys know I'll have to go in here. Go right here. Make it red.
Alright. I think we've cooled down enough.
Add.
Oh.
Never mind.
Nope, gotta give it a little longer. Because that thing is stuck in there.
And we'll just.
And I can still feel heat coming off of it, so I have no intentions of burning myself still.
That there. I kind of like that. And we'll. Oh, yeah. I hold on. Let me do this. Furthermore. file. Save as. Give it a second. Go. NTF. Oh. Oh, it put it in the wrong pocket. That's a weird place where to put things. I have trouble finding that. NTF. NTF. S1 B103. And that's saved. Yes, I know. And we'll get on the next one. Back in here.
Alright, let's give this one more try.
I think I need to paint. I think I need to be loose before I hit the next.
There we go.
Actual project I need to paint. My arms are tight. My brain is tight. Let's open up and let's grab a color. Let me grab a color that looks fun.
Alright, let this tip heat up and we'll be back at it here in just a couple moments.
I know where I'm going with this. This is interesting. We'll go here. And we'll start with the sprayer. Oh, I must have been doing some detail shadow last time. Let's get a sprayer that has a mission in life.
All right. Well, let's get back into this guy. Let's see. The easiest way to attack this, I think, like this.
It's a very overcast day in this little world. Got that kind of yucky, smoggy almost overcast. If it were winter, I'd say it looked like snow. Not the kind of day you want to be out. Let's just keep that going like that. Because I feel an image forming in my mind. And I like it. I like when I have an idea of an image forming in my mind. So let's also have a little extra side room and just smooth that over again. There we go. Now, come over here. I'm going to add another level, another layer, and we're going to come over here, and I need a solid grayish, and probably my paintbrush. So we're going to block this in right now. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Up Nick's volume there.
We're just going to get a nice little bridge going.
Nick doesn't know it yet, but one of these days I'm going to gift him some of Dan Hollifield's music.
This is nice. This is a fun little bridge. And we'll go there. Maybe we'll put a less support. I know this is not how bridges are supposed to work, but the trick is making it look interesting to the eye.
To a bridge, Nick. You know I do construction.
And let's save myself a bit of time. And hit the fill button. Whoa, I don't know what happened there, but that's probably resulting of my the bubbles on my screen protector. That was gross though. That one split funny. So we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Now.
There we go. Okay.
Let me just get my sprayer back. I'll just spray this in for now. I can tighten the fill up later if I need to.
Waiting for him to see
I
that
do
comment
kind of like
come
that
through.
goose. No, I don't think I'm going to trigger your construction inspector because I know this is not how to do a bridge. But Joe's laughing. I'm going to go steampunk with this a bit. So it's not the right way to do things. So no, I would not call this a proper bridge. But it's a tempting bridge. Speaking of, your lovely wife has an NPC in the campaign that I'm running that I based on her. She's fairly famous in certain circles, Sarko the sorceress. But they had a problem, and they decided to solve the problem with concrete. So they had to talk to Sarko, and I found that very, very amusing that they had to talk to Sarko. Right now I'm just blotting in the shapes. Let me erase that because that's the wrong shape. Go black, but not quite. There we go. Just sort of paint that in. For now, we're still very much in the initial rough phases. It is allowing me a little bit of detail work. Anyway, they needed to turn mud, and she had a wand of concrete transmutation that let them turn all the mud into concrete to seal up a crypt full of undead, because they decided they weren't. It wasn't worth going in and trying to fight them. It was far better to simply concrete over everything and hope for the best. And that's causing,
That sounds like something
undead whack-a-mole. But
that definitely sounds like something our campaign would pull too. Why is my keyboard acting all funky? Are you starting to go dead too? Probably are.
grand structures and other such things.
About to plug into the
Gotta keep it visually interesting.
Oh. Put that in there. Luckily, we keep a spare keyboard around just for this occasion.
This. Let me see what we got going on in the commentary. Okay, nothing too hinky. I think this is inspired by, yeah, it has to be. It's inspired by the Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law, Sherlock Holmes. So I've got this not quite so jolly Englandish feel. going to try to figure out how I want to make things work. I don't know. Sometimes my mind takes me beautiful places, and sometimes it just takes me strange ones. But where it's taken me now, I'm not even sure. But, you go for the ride. And maybe you find an adventure on the way. Even if it is just in, right now, thus far, grayscales. Oh, yes. The only great thing is they forgot to loot the bodies of the original skeletal minions that they fought. So, quite tragically, they lost a great deal of loot. That's not bad. I know this is not my usual painting, but it's in a place where I'm kind of having fun with it. So I'm going to add another layer, but we're going to go multiply. Whoa! Oops! I turned that into a multiply layer instead of a normal layer. Let's go back. Add the layer first, and then turn it to multiply, and see if we're not in darkness. There we go. Because now I have to actually do that, and we're going to do a soft light layer, and we're going to come over here and grab a very pale light, and we're going to start adding faint light. In that vague, sparkly way that city lights can get. On a foggy night. I'm not sure when or where this is, because I know it's inspired by and I have a steam trawler, but it just feels like there's more than things going on. So we'll just add all these little lights out there.
Alright, home stretch.
Oh, almost forgot something, didn't I? And not that pen, not that pen, give me that pen. Oh no, I can do it with the brush. The brush. Yeah, nice. A little darkish. Put that away. Let's put him. Oh, wrong darkish. There we go. I need to go on this layer, that's why. Come here. Come back here. Come back here. And do his little light. I kind of like this one. It's a little subtle. If it's too subtle, let me know, but I think it's working.
Okay, we're going to mute Nick's stream here for just a moment. Alright, that is the completed project for today. Let's get this cranked back down and off. Get this guy flipped around here. And there we have it, folks. Bad part is it looks even better on the stream to me than it does in person, but that is what we're looking at, and we're gonna start getting this guy lacquered up and start trying to figure out what to do for the next portion of this.
Just throwing some shading on the bridge.
Not next portion, but for the next project. So in the meantime, we're going to turn Nick back on and have him be our background. Pull Nick back up in front here and find a nice little brush. I know some of you are probably cringing, oh, he's using a foam tip brush. Yep, I am. You know why? Because they're cheap. And so am I. Everybody's got to have the handy dandy
Play with my blur tool now.
can opener,
Just smudging.
aka backside of the spoon.
Dump. Of my things around. Forgive me, it'll be just a second. I need to check something. Take a minute. Stretch your legs, guys.
Just remembered I did not do the prep. Oh, give this a quick sanding.
Sorry about that. I had to deal with a little bit of parental situation. And yes, it was definitely something our group would do. They found out where the undead were rising. And instead of fighting everything, they simply concreted it. Top to bottom. It was rather impressive.
That looks better.
I want to add
Gets rid of some of those lines that
working?
I was unable to
Here.
fill in.
Oh, I'm in the wrong tool. Hold on. I knew something was wrong. There we go.
This lacquer on here now.
I'm going to add just a little vignette to it. Like this. I'm just throwing some airbrush paint on the screen, so to speak, to keep the sort of spirit of the image alive. And then I'm going to take my blur tool. Where's my blur tool? There's my blur tool. And smudge it out and just sort of draw it further so that I can smudge it more and make it look more organic. So you just sort of pull it out, get it fuzzy. Look how fuzzy the blur tool makes. I really need to look into using the blur tool to make hair because I love how fuzzy that came out. And you just grab some of the light and you blur it down. And
Alright. Well,
it's going to look like a sketchographic picture. And I think that's okay. It suits my mood at the moment.
And let's figure out what we
Big wide strokes. Keep it smooth. There we go. And I'm going to go shade right here. Oh, wait, no, go back to my shading. Because it needs that. Imply. Oh, that's not. I bumped it, so I got the wrong color. So let me go back to my slightly lighter color. There we go. See, if I do this, I'm going to imply the edges and sort of the carving feel of the shape. And then, my good buddy eraser can do wonders for things. There we go. So, I think that one looks pretty good. I kind of like how it's turning out. I think I will simply go down to this layer. Find a place I can slide it. Get the right color ink, of course. That would help.
Alright, folks, we'll be right back. I'm going to leave Nick playing here in the background. I got to grab a piece of wood to measure, and then we'll add another coat onto this board
Give
here.
me a minute, because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm working on postage box again because I keep forgetting to close my other boxes to give myself room, which is a very Nick thing to do. There we go. Oh, good. My handwriting wasn't terrible. That's fine. Oh, good evening. Nearly midnight. Well, I hope you're having a pleasant evening, Bonser. Anyway, I think this one is good enough to... I forgot to export the video on the other one. Maybe I was forgetting something. Export time-lapse. We'll just do that here.
And drop Nick's volume back down. So, I think I know what I'm going to do for another project. Just gotta get the measurements here. Figure out how I want to lay this out. So we're looking at just shy of 3 1/4, about 3 1/8 inch wide by
City
7 3/4. Well, let's see. Let's get a new
and that will
file
go
going
into
here.
the art time-lapse folder later.
Start
So
this
we
off
have
as
that.
landscape.
Well, save as.
We may change that.
That. Ping.
So
Foggy
7.75.
City Ridge.
Call it by 3.
We'll just put that there. And yes, I know. And then I will come over here.
Let's see.
And
125.
live from Little Park. It's never mind the furthermore. No. That's Monday. I'm not used to that. Good. That's a good intro sound.
125. There we go.
Yeah, we'll do this as an obvious one.
I guess a little bit more.
Yeah.
1/8 inch margin. Okay. So let's see. Let's add this in. Did not mean for that to happen. There we go.
We do the time that for ping. From 04. That's there. Okay. And okay. It's interesting. We're dealing with the Hybrids RPG uh, campaign, and given given a lot of the recent events in gaming and the flood on the market, it's
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
not going as well as I would have liked, but we're making it work. And sometimes that's all you can do. So, close that. Do not save that. I guess this is going to get exported with the Nevermind the Furthermore logo drawn in, but that's fine. So I'm going to export this one so I don't forget to do it.
Just a touch smaller on this. That way we got enough room. To tape down. Which actually I could tape down from the side, so it wouldn't be so bad. But let's print this design.
And,
Actually, before we print this design, do the smart thing, Joe. And turn it into a mirrored image.
oh, radio direction. Oops, sorry. Oh,
Because otherwise you will be cursing yourself. You're spending the next 20 minutes in front of a sander trying to get that off.
very strong.
Alright, so I'm going to mute myself for just a minute as I print this off, and we'll be back shortly. Actually, we'll run a quick ad.
No, I had a very good evening. I just was late. I was up very, very late. Actually, was up all morning because I ran a game until 2:40. Some dreadful time, like 7 or 8 in the morning.
We are back
Which
and
I've
we're
been able
printing
to
this
do a
one
long
more
time.
time
I realize
because
why, and I just go to
I forgot to change one of the settings and therefore it decided to print it right at the bottom edge of the page, which does me no good. Oh, I forgot how short this cable was.
One more method to do.
There we go. That is better.
I'm gonna do that one on a square because of the style of the mecha. What should I draw?
So, let's get this guy cut up.
Let me just sketch. Who's in here? Okay.
This cut, and then
Okay. Who's in here? There's a lady in here. That's shocking. She's got like.
actually before we cut all of this, we're gonna give this one.
All this.
Give this guy one more
Just kind of being crazy.
good
Over
coating.
the place here. Oh, okay. Roughly blouse. I got some mutton chop sleeves. Okay. Still a fun character. I'm gonna have to fix a few things. But we're getting there.
A little bit in that
There
corner.
we
There we go. Oops.
Carl. I'm joined by Carl Witzman. Good to see
Alright.
you in the chat.
We'll let that
Just working on
air
the
dry.
thumbnail still, and then I'll do one more mecha, and then I'll take suggestions from the audience. But right now, I'm just trying to do a very, very loose kind of image. Let's see, where is umbrella? About here. I'm gonna put her hand here. And we'll put her first hanging down. A little bit of attention getter.
We may end up having
Do
to
that.
reprint this one more
A lot of
time
times,
because
I'm
I don't
trying to
know
get
that I left
faster
myself enough
with my
space.
gestures and stuff. A little looser. The only way to do that is
Be able to tape this down. But we're gonna find
actually
out.
just spend time doing it.
We gonna
Beating
learn
yourself
today,
up and letting yourself be
folks.
free enough to
Alright,
do
so
whatever it is you're doing.
once again, this is we're gonna pop Nick to the background there for a moment. Alright, so
Oh, Carl says,
here it
cool,
is.
I'll be called away to dinner soon, but I'm just hanging around. I think I need to get
Got the
Joe show
lacquer
on
on it,
rerun.
so
Competing shows and then nothing on later tonight. That's my life. I'm sorry. Hey, Joe. Joe basically messaged me to remind me, Nick, you haven't done your streams this week. You usually do. And save me from a week of, well, problems. That's good. What else is going on? Anyhow.
alright. So apparently the first thing I need to do is get some of the
That's nice. I like that.
dust off this thing.
No else to trying to rig like that, so we'll just do that.
And oops.
Force myself
Okay,
to draw
sanding my
in
hand.
perspective
That's
of
not
things.
working well. Let's do this.
Is Johnny still on with his shoulder? Is there me too? And oh wow, I didn't realize how late it was. Yep, I'm an hour and a half. I'm gonna change into my art program, which means you've been at it for quite some time, Joe. And I was actually watching Joe's stream when he reminded me, hey, you have a stream of your own. So I sat and did it. Just do this.
There we go. That's better.
No, get in trouble. Well, if I get in trouble, I'll apologize for humming obscure tunes. Long
A
gone.
little bit more there, I think.
See PBS shows. It's normal. And we'll bring out the black. And I'll start working.
And not a peel off some tape. To hold this down with. There we go. Don't you get any ideas over there now?
Have a little bit of fun.
Alright, we can close this back up.
Listening to the reassuring sounds of kitchen noises below my office. Well, that's probably very reassuring. I'm listening to my son amusing himself a bit. You're experimenting with, him being allowed to have a little more space. Trying to make things a little more.
What am I missing? I am missing my...
He did give me a heart attack because he went and got the mail without consulting first.
rag. There we go.
That's not bad. I'll take that.
It's all
I'm
folded
gonna have
up.
fun with this one. This is just one that's gonna be a good one. I'm feeling things. I don't know what, but the need to do very detailed, silly things. Like, ornate,
Get some acetone onto this
beaded,
rag.
meshy necklaces. I go offer to help about time to set table. I'll leave your stream going, give you walk time, algorithms. Hey, thank you, and I hope you can catch it later because there's fun to be had on these streams. And I love the commentary I get from my very witty and engaging audience. Still keeping very loose for me. Very loose indeed. But tailor that in a bit. Yes, I think the extremely well done collar maybe. Yes, that was a necessary. Excellent choice. Excellent. Bring the face a little bit more.
Alright, so this one's not going to be as PG as
Yeah,
normal.
on with this picture.
Oh, that transferred beautifully.
I think this
Alright.
one's gonna get another full color. You may get the grayscale treatment because you guys seem to like that actually.
Get rid of the chloroform rag here. And what do I want to use to do this with? I think we're going to start with the ballpoint. Do all my lines, do my lettering, the smaller lines, face work.
I don't want that.
I may
I need for
bust
that
out a
is the
shader to
sheet.
do these thicker parts,
Thicker.
just because it'll look a little more uniform that way,
Allow
but
me
we shall see. That is yet to be determined.
to go right back to my date.
It is subject to change.
But she's wearing gloves. She is a lady of refinement. It's almost tragic that she's going out unescorted like this. It could be scandalous.
Alright, let's get into this. It's going to be a slightly harder one to actually...
It's not quite perfect, but I'm not going to worry too much about it.
maneuver around with.
it this way because I don't need that on my screen either. I can,
Just for the simple fact that it's
oh, feeling it today.
a much longer wood piece I'm used to dealing with.
And I'm sorry for anything I've done wrong on the car. I probably should have used references or guidelines, but I get a very specific style car feeling right here.
Trying to make sure I don't press down too hard on this tip.
I'll take that from,
Because the last thing I
a lot
want
of
to
this is
do
from extreme memory.
is bend this one. So I think we're just going to let the natural weight.
I do love doing these as speed paints because it's such good practice to keep me loose and functional with con season coming. I have a lot of redemption I need to make business wise in my mind. I have a long way to go before things are where I want them to be.
Oh. Whew.
Very pleasant walk. Come over here. We'll visit this tree I did. What a fun, shapy tree. Just happy, swirly lines. I've been painting a lot of trees, but I haven't been drawing them a lot. This is a slightly different feel and process, but boy, it's nice to just draw a shapy little tree, you know? I'll give it a little sawed off branch over here. I think I'll give it a bit of perspective. That's fun. I need to add a little bit more floof to her mutton sleeves. Part there to go under. Let's get this line because it's more problematic than it's worth. There we go. Darken the outlines just a bit. Well, thank you, Carl. I'm glad you think she's cute. You'll like her better in a minute. I say that because in a moment or two, I will be coloring her. And since she's going to be colored, that means she has a hair color. And with Carl in the chat, I have only one option. This image is a little bit of Don Dulas's fault. In that, give me another layer, give me a multiply. That she brought some Regency stuff back into my head. I think I am going to keep the airbrush. See what's left. That's a good size. We're gonna start light and go dark. So
There we go.
first we're gonna make sure her hair is the only color that this picture could demand. I mean, there is absolutely
I'm surprised I'm actually getting
no
sap out of
other
this thing.
option. She has to have red hair. And I know I could use the flood tool and all. do the rest of her color. It's not quite right. It's not quite. Is that the green one? Let me see. Yep, that's the green one. I do see some lines I have missed that I will have to fix in a moment. That's fine, but for now, she is just simply a lady on her way on wherever her adventures are taking her. Oops, must run. Catch up later on. Hey, thank you, Carl. You have a good one. Stay safe. Good for that. Come back. Come back here. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to my pencil, back to the black. And fix a couple things that I am seeing. Be fixed. It's not perfect, but it's okay.
There we go.
Perfection is a little overrated. No, I'm just working on getting better. Now, put that up. Come back to the Slayer. Let's have that. Oh, that's good. That's gone. Solid gone. Doing good. The Slayer. Put it back in. Let's grab a moderately pale skin tone as a base. Grab my sprayer. I'm really kind of just feeling the soft spray brush right now. It just feels right. A little bit of a waste of money. That's fine. This has to color her purse. That's okay. Now we'll come. I like to just on the face, darken the eyes. Stack my colors up as I need it. Not going for a really dynamic, crazy color tone, just enough to make sure it feels right. Alright, now I'm going to come back to the screen. I'm fill in here if I need to. Make me color purse a nice muted red. This is right now her color palette anyway. Come in here, the same darker red. And just add a little bit. I mean, like the shading is easy. Just a little darker. And it transfers. It's okay. The transfer won't hurt anything. Done that. I'm going to do this. Just do a little bit of almost room lighting with this one. Just like so. That's giving her a nice range of color. I need my erasers just a second. Get that in like that. Yeah, I should quite do. Make it a little easier on myself for a moment. Filling anyway. That is definitely nice yellow umbrella. Now we'll pan out. See what we lost in the sketches. I know I'm gonna have to work a little bit more on that car when it comes down, but let's knock this tree out. Grass can be. So I want that almost watercolory uh, storybook vibe. Go. There you go. I need this splotch more color. Now we're going to come back to this layer down here. Grab my black. Grab my pen. And finish on the trunk a little bit. Getting dialed into where I want to be. There we go.
And we are just about done here, folks.
Hopefully that won't work. That won't work because it's unfocused. Okay. No, I don't like that. Look at that's too. It's too black. It needs to be. There we go. Just a bit less than black. That gives us some wiggle room. Yeah, let's give it just back up here. Oh, I did that on that layer. I see what I did wrong. Okay, cool. I can fix that. Now, that's one thing I love about this is how smart the brush is. That. There you go. I do think that needs a color, even though it's not terribly clear.
All right.
Let me see. Very deep looking. We'll yeah, that color is probably good for this. So we'll just give it a light kind of airbrush of that.
And that,
Alrighty.
my friends, is that.
I think I need to sign it. That went fast. I like that one. I'll go in black.
Well, I do believe on that note, we are going to wrap it up for today. And I will see you guys next time.